Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the Kordial Media YouTube channel. My name is Adriana, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to install the Pinterest tag to run campaigns on your Shopify store and your WordPress website. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button and to hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video here on the Kordial Media YouTube channel. Of course, if you have 1 second, please like this video as well. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm, and it lets me know that you are supporting my channel, which I would really appreciate. Let's dive into how to set up your Pinterest tag on Shopify first. So let's go ahead and install the Pinterest tag on your Shopify store. So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually log into your Pinterest account, and you're going to click the caret up here, and then you're going to click settings. And once you click settings, it opens up to these settings. The next thing you're going to do is go under the claim tab, okay? And you're going to see over here it says Shopify. So over here is where you install the app in order to, as you can see, connect your catalog and install the Pinterest tag. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button, Install App. Keep in mind that you should also be logged into your Shopify store at the same time. So over here, it opens up to this window. You're going to click Add App, and it's going to redirect you to your Shopify store where you are able to then connect the Pinterest app. Okay, so it does all these good things. Amazing. You're going to click Add Sales Channel. Wait till it loads, and then you're going to connect your Pinterest account. Over here. Now it's going to ask you to log in, unless you're already logged in, which in my case I am. So make sure you're obviously logged into both your Pinterest account and your Shopify store. You're going to click Give Access. It's going to take a minute to just load everything. And there you go. You are all set. The Pinterest tag has been installed. Keep in mind that the Pinterest tag with your Shopify integration only sets it up for the add to cart event code, the checkout event code, and the page views event code. It doesn't also set up automatically the sign up event code. So that's something to keep in mind. To set up the Pinterest tag manually on your Shopify store, you're going to go ahead and click over here on the left-hand side, online, and then online store, and then themes. So let's go in here. Next, you're going to click over your actions and then edit code, and it's going to reload to open the page. Once you're opened in the page, you want to find the theme.liquid file, which is this one. And then you're going to go ahead and go back to your Pinterest account, which you've logged into. You're going to go under Ads Conversions. It's going to open this page. Now, I've already installed my tag on my WordPress site, but if you haven't never installed your tag, it'll be really obvious. It'll say, like, there'll be a big red button somewhere that'll say, install your Pinterest tag here. So you're going to click that button. But if you're like in my case, you're moving, maybe websites or whatever, you want to transition the tag, what you do is that you click over here and you go configure base code. And then I always choose manually add code to website. Don't email the instructions to a developer. It almost never works. And then you can also do it through the partner integration, just like I showed you previously with the Shopify app. And the first thing you're going to do is install the base code. So this is the base code. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go to my WordPress site, and it has to be between the head section. So this one and then the one below, which is, I can't show you exactly where it is. I'd have to find it. But in any case, I'm sure that right over here is fine. So I'm going to press enter and then paste it here and then save it. Okay. Now, once you've saved it, the next step is to configure to name your tag. So the name must be between 1 and 50 characters. Okay, that's fine. There we go. And then you want to click install tag. And now you can install the event codes. So for the checkout, you have to install everything in its right place. If you want to do checkout, you have to add that to the checkout page. So there's actually a checkout page on Shopify where you would go, I'm going to move my head, and I'm going to go to settings, and then checkout, customize your online checkout. And then over here it says additional scripts. So this is where you would paste the checkout code, and you would save that. The sign up code, which you can find over here, can be added to your email service provider. So if you use ConvertKit, for example, or Klaviyo, you would install this code and the Pinterest tag on their software so like that it would record the signups accordingly. Before you set up the Pinterest tag on a WordPress, you actually need to claim your website. So check out my video on how to claim your website. I will link it in the description box below. But once you've claimed your website, you can then go to the next steps. So you would log into your Pinterest dashboard. You're going to click the ads button, and then you're going to click conversions. And it's going to open up another tab where over here, if you don't have your tag set up, you'll have a big red button that says set up your Pinterest tag. But because mine is already done, I don't have that button. But once you click that button, these are the next steps you're going to follow. So you're going to click configure base code, manually add tag code to website, and you're going to copy the code over here by clicking this button and then paste it between the head and head tags in your HTML document. So on WordPress, I downloaded the header footer HTML plugin. Okay, just look it up in your plugins, you'll find it, header footer HTML. And then it's under settings for me. Under settings, it pops up over here. Header and footer scripts is what it's called. But the HTML one is good too. It just depends on your version of WordPress and your theme. Once you open it up, this is the scripts and header that's what you see. So this is where you're going to paste the code, and then you're going to save it. As simple as that. Now let's go back to Pinterest and continue the steps. So let's do install tag. And now we want to set up the checkout, the add to cart. The page visit is not necessary because the base code already records those, but the sign up could be interesting. Watch video, I never use this one, but you can if you want. Lead is great if you're a service provider and you're trying to track leads that you're promoting and add to. And yeah, they have tons of other event codes, but the main ones usually are checkout, add to cart, and sign up. So these ones, so the checkout, you need to add the checkout code on your thank you page. So once somebody checks out from your site, once it redirects to the thank you page, that's where you want to add the checkout code, because if they land on the thank you page, that means that they've checked out. You want to add the add to cart code to the actual checkout page, because that's usually where people will click the button add to cart. And then you want to add the sign up page again on the thank you page that people are redirected to once they opt into your email list. So usually like the add to cart, for example, or let me show you the example of the sign up page. So I would copy the code of the sign up. I would go to my website. And what's great about this, the backend of my website. So what's great about the header footer HTML or header footer scripts plugin is that it appears on every single page on your site. So I'm going to go to my pages and I'm going to select one of my thank you pages. Let's see, I think they're on my next section. Okay, so this is a thank you page. I'm going to click edit. And then I'm going to scroll all the way to the end of my thank you page to add the tag. So over here it says insert script to head. So alternatively, you could also choose to paste the base code here, but you can also choose to paste the base code on certain pages on your site. I chose to do it on certain pages of my site, but the way I showed you before was for the entire site, which is really good too. So that's a good idea too. You would go down and then you would paste the sign up code, and then you would save it you would click update over here, and it would save the code for this page. So that's just one example of how to set up the code on a specific page. You just have to be mindful of where to set up each code on which pages, okay? At the end of all this, you're gonna click done. So this goes for Shopify manual installation too. You're gonna click done. And then you're done. And then if you want, you can also download the little Chrome extension, Pinterest Tag Helper. So just Google it. You should find it really easily. And you can download it for Chrome, and it'll show you whether or not it's firing properly. So mine's already installed on Chrome. That's why it says remove. But let's say you were to install it, it would appear up here, and then you would be able to go on your website. You'd see here when it fires like that when it's like red, that means it's firing and that you've installed the tag, and there's no tag warning. So you've pretty much done it properly. Alternatively, once you go back to your Pinterest account, you'll also see it in conversions. Under ads, conversions, you're going to see the page that I had earlier, which is this one, and it's going to start showing you the page visits, leads, all the events that you basically added to all the event codes that you added to your website. It should start firing and it should start being recorded over here.
Okay, so now you know exactly how to set up your Pinterest tag on Shopify and on WordPress. Comment below if this was a helpful tutorial or if you have other questions. I'm always happy to answer your questions below. Also, if you're interested in running promoted pins campaigns and you are not sure how to begin, book a meeting with me. It's totally free. We can just chat about your Pinterest account and see if you and I could work together. All right, have a lovely rest of your day and we will chat soon. Bye.